Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. How are you students? Alhamdulillah, we finish our maths part in this book and today we will start our algebraic part of our syllabus. Inshallah. According to our scheme, after first chapter, we have chapter 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 continuously. And then at the end, we will do information handling. According to our scheme, now we start algebra, chapter number 5. Open your books, page number 90. We have already learned about many mathematicians. Before this, first was George Cantor, who was Russian mathematician in set theory. Then we learned about De Morgan, who was British mathematician and logician. And then John Venn, who invented the Venn diagram. He was an English mathematician and logician. Now algebra is the invention of Muslim mathematician Al-Khwarizmi. Algebra was introduced by Muslim mathematician named Al-Khwarizmi. He was considered the father of algebra. And algebra is a game of sign, powers, operation on numbers. Operation means addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. If in the beginning you understand the tricks of using sign and power, then it will be very easy and interesting for you to solve the questions. We use algebra to find unknown numbers, especially for the word problem question. When the numbers are unknown, one term is given and we will find the other term. Okay guys, now come to our first topic. You see in exercise 5.1, constant, variables, algebraic expression, and these things are given to you. And you have already learned in class 6 and 7 also. What are algebraic expression? An expression which connect variable and constant by algebraic operation of addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division is called, operation are called the algebraic operation. And we did in the previous one, sets operation. They are union, intersection, and complement. So don't mix these operations. Is called an algebraic expression. An algebraic expression is made up of symbols and signs of algebra. Sign means plus, minus, like this. Algebra helps us to make general formula because algebra is linked with arithmetic. I told you that we use algebra in the word problem question. When unknown values we calculate. One number is given, we find the second one, or sometime the age of the father is given and we calculate the age of daughters, etc. like this. Yes, the first is constant. Constant is also a type of the polynomial. A polynomial expression, or simply before doing understanding the definition of constant, variables, and literals, we first know about what are polynomials because they are also in the form of polynomials. A polynomial expression, or simply a polynomial, is an algebraic expression consisting of one or more terms, in each of which the exponent of the variable is 0 or a positive integer. It means that in every expression, if the power of the variable is positive or 0, then we can say that that expression is a polynomial. If any variable have a negative power, it means that is not a polynomial, it is only an algebraic expression. And more than one or more than two terms. In algebra, positive and negative sign combines the two or three terms. Yes, come to the next. Constant. A symbol that has fixed numerical value is called a constant. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, they are called numbers or numerical values. In 5x plus 7, 5 and 7 are constant. They remain unchanged. It means that 5 is always equal to 5 and 7 will always equal to 7. They cannot change their value. So these type of numerical values are called constant. Our first question is about write the constant in the given expression. I told you that what is constant? Constant are numerical values, numerical values. Now see in the first one, 3x plus 4. Now 4 is constant. Why not 3? Because 3 is with the variable. So 4 is called constant of this expression. Next is 2x cube minus 1. Here minus 1 is a constant. In the next expression, 5 plus 2x, no constant is there. Although the numbers are given 5 and 2, but they are not constants because they having variable with them. So constant is 0 over there. And in the last, 7y square minus 8. So in this expression, definitely minus 8 is a constant. The second question is write the variables taken in the equation. Before doing this question, first I told you the definition of variable. Variable is a symbol, usually a letter that is used to represent a quantity that may have an infinite number of values, also called as unknowns. That many times you see we write 5x, 7y, 8z. Now x, y, z, they are called the symbol and the variable. Variable means varies, change the values. So when we have the variable, we have infinite number of answer of them. Maybe x have all the natural numbers, maybe z have all of odd number. So we cannot say that the variable have only one value. They varies the value. Yes, now come to the question. Write the variables taken in the equations. 2x minus 1, y plus x is equal to 3x square minus x minus 1 and 7y square minus 2y plus 3. The solution is, I make the table. In first column, we mention the equation, and in the second column, we mention the variables. We will do your classwork on the same way that I'm explaining to you. 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. Only one variable is there, x. Next is y plus x is equal to 3. How many variable we have there? Y and x. In the third, x square, x and 1. X is repeated, but definitely one variable is there, which is x. And in the last polynomial, 7y square minus 2y plus 3 is equal to 0. So only one variable is there, which is y. You see there are 2, 1, 3, minus 1, but we only took the variable which are in the form of x, y, and z. The third question is write the literals used in the equation. Again, before simplifying this, I told you the definition of this. What are they? Literals, the alphabets. That alphabets are used to represent the constants or the coefficients are called literals. Mostly we use these literals in the standard form of the equations or in the standard form of the formula. The alphabet that are used to represent the constant. You see in question 1 and 2, we write 2x, 7y square, 2y. Now instead of 7, 2, 3, we use a variable like a, b, c. These are called the literals. Instead of the numbers, we use these alphabets. Yes, come to the solution of this question. Equations and literals. Ax square plus bx plus c minus y is equal to 0. Now mostly we use x and y, z, these three alphabets for the variables, and a, b, c for the literals. So we said that a, b, and c, they are literals because instead of coefficient of x square, x, and constant, we use a, b, and c. Same, the next one, cx square plus ax is equal to 0. Definitely in this equation, the coefficient of x square is c and the coefficient of x is a. So they both are laterals. Bx plus d is equal to 0. In the third one, b and d, they both are laterals. And at the end, a y square plus d is equal to 0. In this equation, a shows the coefficient of y square and d represent the constant term. So a and d, they both are laterals. Is it clear to you? Now you see in the question, separate the polynomial expressions and expressions polynomials. I told you before this which terms are polynomial or which expressions are polynomials, in which the power of the variable is positive. That expressions are called polynomials, and in which the variable have a negative power, they are called only algebraic expression. Yes, the solution. Again, I make a table for you, and there are two columns. First mention the polynomials, and in the other we write the algebraic expressions which are not polynomial. The first is x square plus x minus 1. You see in the power of the variable, no power is negative. X square 2 is plus x, it means that the power is 1. So this is a polynomial. Come to the next. We see with respect to x. With respect to x means only we see the power of x. X square y plus xy square plus 7. In this, again the power are positive. It means this is also a polynomial. But in the third one, the power of x is negative. If only one variable have a negative power, so it will not be considered as a polynomial. Same in the fourth one, x over y square. When any number is in the denominator, you remember that we done when we shift or when we change the place of the variable, the power of the variable changed. It convert into negative, or it is negative, it convert into positive. Now you see in both the first term and the last term, y square and x, when we shift this in the numerator, the both powers will become negative. So this is not a polynomial. The fifth one, x cube minus x square plus y minus 1, the powers of all the variables are positive. So this is the polynomial. In the last one, don't confuse with the constant term. You see that the last term is 1 by 2, but there is no variable with 2. It means that constant doesn't matter. Maybe either it is in fraction or in whole numbers. We only see the power of the variables. X and x square and x, they all have positive powers. Is it clear to you? Good. Yes, girls. Now what constant are used in the following expression? Again, I'm telling you the definition of the constant. Which things are called constant? A symbol that had fixed numerical value from numbers is called the constant. When you have the any variable with constant, with coefficient constant, it is called the constant number. Like 5x plus 7, 5 and 7 are constant. Okay, come to the question 5. What constants are used? 7x, 6y, 3z. Clearly you can see that in the first part, the constants are 7, minus 6 and 3. In the next, although 5 is a coefficient of x square, but it is a constant. 5 and minus 3, 8x square plus 2y plus 5. In this 8, 2 and 5. They are constants. 9y, 3x minus 2z. In this y, 3 and minus 2, they are constants. Yes, question number 6, write the degree of the polynomial given below. There are a lot of topic in this exercise, but we have already done in the previous classes, so it is not difficult. Yes, degree of the polynomial. What do you know by the degree? Degree of the polynomial is a degree of the highest degree of a part in a polynomial. or degree of the term is a polynomial, the sum of the exponents in the variable in a single term. It means that when the expression is given to us, we see the highest power. The highest power of the variable is called the degree of the polynomial. Or if we have two variables at a time, we add the power of these variable, and then we show that after adding the powers that the degree of the polynomial is that number. The first part is x plus 1, the degree is 1, definitely because the power of x is 1. If there is only x, it means the power of x is 1, not 0, because if any variable have a 0 power, we consider that variable 1. That variable must be equal to 1. Then the next question is x square plus x. Now the highest number is 2. The degree will be 2. Come to the next, x3 minus xy. Now you see in the second term the product of xy. The power of x is 1 and the power of y is 1. When we add 1 plus 1, this is 2. But the highest degree is 3. So that's why the degree of this polynomial is 3. The last one is x square y square. Again we have two variables in the product form. We add both the powers. 2 plus 2 is 4. Then the next is 3. Then the next is square. But the highest degree is 4. Highest number is 4. So we said that the degree of this polynomial is 4. Yes, question number 7. In question number 7, we have the types of the polynomial. There are 4 types of polynomial. One is linear, then quadratic, then cubic, and then biquadratic. First is linear. Every expression which has the variable power 1 is called linear polynomial. Quadratic, the expression in which the highest degree of the polynomial is 2. Then cubic, the highest degree of the polynomial is 3, then that expression will be a cubic polynomial. Then biquadratic. If the highest power of the variable is 4, then that expression is called biquadratic polynomial. Is it clear? 4 types: linear, quadratic, cubic, and biquadratic. Linear, power is 1, quadratic, power is 2, cubic, power is 3, and biquadratic, power is 4. Yes, the last question. Separate the polynomials as linear, quadratic, cubic, and biquadratic. 8 parts are given to you, and we choose that which type of the polynomial is this. The first one, 3x plus 1. This is linear because the power is 1. The second is quadratic because the highest power is 2. Third is also quadratic because the highest degree is 2. Fourth one is linear because both the power are 1, 1, x1, y1. Fifth is cubic because the power is 3. Then sixth part is biquadratic because the highest degree is 4. Then come to the 7, x square, y square. Again, this is 2 plus 2 biquadratic. And the last part is x square plus xy plus 8. The highest degree is 2. So the last part is quadratic polynomial. Clear, girls? In this exercise, we learn about constant, variables, literals, expressions, degree of the polynomials, and type of the polynomials. We have 6 different variety of things. Constant, the numerical numbers which we cannot change. Variable, which we can change like x, y, z, they are the variable and they have infinite values. Then we have literals. Instead of coefficient of the variables 1, 2, 3, we use the alphabets like A, B, C, D. They are called literals. Then we learn about the degree of the polynomial. The highest power of the variable is called the degree of the polynomial, and at the end we learn about the types of the polynomial: linear, quadratic, cubic, and biquadratic. Linear, in which the highest degree is 1, quadratic, highest degree is 2, cubic, degree 3, and biquadratic, degree 4. Yes, student. Now we have the operation on polynomials. Our next topic is operations on polynomial, addition and subtraction. Although we have 4 operations: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division, but first we do addition and subtraction because they both are inverse of each other. We have, again, I told you that we have done this in the previous classes 6 and also in class 7. I gave you a reminder of the conditions when we have the signs of which type, and we got the answer. What will we do when we have 2 terms of positive, and we have 2 negative terms, when we have 1 positive and 1 negative? When we add 2 numbers with positive number sign, we add them and write the positive in answer. Positive sign in answer. For example, we have 2 numbers. You see in the example 5 and 4. They both have plus sign, and we add them and we got plus 9. Your answer will be plus 9 because we add the numbers. In the second condition, when we have 1 positive and 1 negative sign, we subtract the numbers and we use the sign of the greater number. Always you use the sign of the greater one when you have one number is positive and the other is negative. Minus 6 plus 9 is 3 because 9 is greater number and it has positive sign. So our answer will be plus 3. Either we subtract both of them, but we use a sign of the greater number. Come to the next example, 7 minus 8. We subtract both, we got 1, but we use the sign of minus because 8 has negative sign. Come to the third condition, when there are 2 negative numbers. What we do? We add them and we use a sign of minus. Like minus 3 and minus 5, our answer will be minus 8. Keep in mind all of these conditions because when we were doing the positive and the negative addition and subtraction, they will help you to simplify the coefficients of the variables. Yes, come to exercise 5.2. First question is add the expressions. 3 parts are given to you and I did part 1 for you because 2 and 3 they are same and you have already done. Again, I told you that you have done this in class 7. 1 plus 2x plus 3x square. The next expression is 3x minus 4 minus 2x square. The third expression is x square minus 5x plus 4. Our first step, we use a parenthesis and we put the positive sign in between the expressions. After every comma, you put the plus sign. 3 expressions are given. The next step, step 2, you will remove the brackets and write all the expression in horizontally in one line. Now we equate the like terms. Like terms mean you will write all the terms in one side which have the same powers, not the coefficient. You will see the powers. They are called the like terms. 3x square minus 2x square plus x square. Then you see in the expression after x square we have x plus 2x plus 3x minus 5x. And at the end we have the constant terms 1, minus 4 and plus 4. We equate all the like terms step by step. First, 3x square minus 2x square. I told you that when we have a positive sign and a negative sign, we always subtract the number and we use a sign of the positive. Now 3 minus 2. 3 is a greater number, so I put x square with positive sign. And the next x square, this is already given in the question. Then 2x plus 3x. We have 2 positive signs, so we add them. 5x and the next term is minus 5x. Then 1 minus 4 and plus 4. you see that 5x minus plus 5 minus 5 becomes 0. So we cancel these two numbers. Plus 4 minus 4, 0 again. So we cancel these two numbers. Only x square plus x square plus 1 is left to us. X square plus x square is 2x square plus 1. This is our answer. You will do on the same way, and you also use a color pen when you are equating the like terms. The remaining two part is your homework. Come to question 2. Subtract P from Q. P from Q. P from Q means our first expression will be Q and then P, because we subtract P from Q. We subtract P from Q. Yes, I did one part for you, and the remaining two parts you will do by yourself. I did first part. 3x4, 5x cube plus 2x square minus x, and q is by quadratic 4x4 plus 2x square plus x cube minus x plus 1. P from q, so we put first q and then after the negative sign we write the expression of p. You see within the brackets I write q values, then minus, then p values within the brackets. When you open the brackets and there is a negative sign before the brackets, then all the sign of the brackets will be changed. Positive change into negative and negative change into positive. And you can see easily on the screen that I change all the sign of the terms which are after the negative sign. Minus 3x4, minus 5x cube, minus 2x square, and plus x. Now the same procedure, equate the like terms. The highest power is 4, then q, then square, then x, and at the end is constant. We rearrange the terms, equate the like terms, 4x4 and minus 3x4, x cube and minus 5x cube, 2x square and minus 2x square, minus x plus x, and only one constant term with us, which is plus 1. Now plus 4 and minus 3. Again we have one positive, negative. We subtract the term and we use the sign of the greater number, plus x4, x cube minus 5x cube. One is positive, other is negative again. So we subtract the numbers and we use the sign of the greater number, which is 5. Minus 4x cube, 2x square and 2x square, they both are same. So 2 minus 2 will become 0. We cancel them. Minus x plus x, again 0. No need to write it. Only plus 1 is left. So q minus p become x4 minus 4x cube plus 1. On the same pattern, we will do the remaining two parts. We will use the colored pen for like terms. Yes, come to the third question. Find the value of x minus 2y plus 3z. The expression is given, but the value of x, y, and z is also given. You only calculate the value of the expression. Expression means x minus 2y plus 3z. It means instead of x, we put the value of x. Instead of y, we put the value of y. And instead of z, we put the value of z. You see on the screen, x minus 2, then I put the value of y, plus 3, then I put the value of z. Now you open the brackets. The second bracket will be multiplied with minus 2 and the third bracket will be multiplied with plus 3. 2a square minus a cube plus 3a plus 4 minus 4a cube plus 6a square minus 4 plus 4a plus 3a4 plus 9a cube minus 18 minus 15a square. Again we equate the like terms, same that we did in the previous question, and we got the value of the expression x minus 2y plus 3z. Clear? Okay, bache. Come to question 4. The sum of two polynomial is this. If one polynomial is this, then find the other polynomial. Sum of two polynomial is already is given to you, and the one polynomial is given. We will calculate the second one. How can we calculate the second? If we subtract these two, we can get the answer of the second polynomial. On the screen, you see sum of the polynomial is x square plus 2x minus y square. And the first polynomial, this is also given to you in the question, x square minus 2xy plus 3. Our required polynomial will be sum of the polynomials minus first polynomial. Sum of the polynomials minus first polynomial. I write the values from the question. X square plus 2x minus y square and minus, then we use the bracket x square minus 2xy plus 3. Again, you see that after open the second bracket, I change the sign of the terms, because when we have a negative sign before the bracket, when we open this, all the sign of terms will be changed. It become minus x square plus 2xy minus 3. Again, the same step, equating the like terms. We combine x square minus x square minus y square is the only term, 2x is the only term, 2xy is the only term, minus 3 is the only. It means only we cancel x square, and our required answer will be minus y square plus 2x plus 2xy minus 3. This is our second polynomial or required polynomial. The fifth question is subtract 4x plus 6 minus 2x square from the sum of this. It means that first you find the sum of the last two polynomial, and then we subtract the first polynomial. You see in the data I write the first polynomial is x cube plus x square minus 2x. The second polynomial 2x cube plus 3x minus 7, and the third polynomial 4x plus 6 minus 2x square. So according to the given condition, first we find the sum of the polynomials x cube plus x square minus 2x plus 2x cube plus 3x minus 7. Open the brackets, equate the like terms. Our answer becomes 3x cube plus x square plus x minus 7. But this is not our answer. Our required answer will be when we subtract 4x plus 6 minus 2x square from this sum. Subtracting 1 and third polynomial. The equation 1, I mentioned there the equation 1. You subtract the polynomial which is given in the question from this equation. 3x cube plus x square plus x minus 7 minus the given polynomial. When we subtract both and equate the like terms, we got the answer 3x cube plus 3x square minus 3x minus 13. It will be our required answer. Is it clear? If you find any problem in this, you can ask me, but I think that all the things are clear to you. Only we add the numbers, only we subtract the numbers, and you have already done all these things in the previous classes 6 and 7 also. Now come to the homework. Exercise 5.2, because I done all the questions of 5.1 for you. You will do that exercise in your classwork, and also all the parts that I have done for you of exercise 5.2 on this. Your homework will be question number 1, 2, 3 part, and question number 2, 2, 3 part. I done one part from both the questions for you. I hope that you understand today's topic. Thanks. Inshallah, we'll meet in the next meeting. Allah Hafiz.